Okay, hi everyone, and welcome back. We are now on our last lesson for this unit, which is very exciting. This is going to be subtraction with mixed numbers, and the good news is if addition with mixed numbers works for you, then you're going to find subtraction with mixed numbers works pretty well also. Basically, we're going to use the same two strategies we had before with addition. The first possibility you might decide to use is to subtract the fractions and the whole numbers separately. So basically, just like we did with addition, we're going to set up our subtraction here so that we can just line up our whole numbers and then subtract our fractions. When we try and do that right off the bat here, the problem we're going to run into, as we can see, that our two fractions don't have a common denominator. So we're still going to have to do that procedure we had before to sort that all out. Now I just want to point out that we could list all of the multiples for 4 and 5 and find the lowest common denominator. But another strategy that we can use, if we find useful, is we know that if we multiply 4 times 5, that will be a multiple of both of our denominators. So what we can do is, for this fraction here, for 3/4, we can just multiply top and bottom by 5. And then over here, our other fraction, 1/5, we can multiply top and bottom by 4. And what we're going to end up with is, we're going to end up with 3 and 15 over 20 on this side. And we're going to take away 2 and 4 over 20. And what you'll see, you notice we end up with a common denominator. So this is it's a bit of a shortcut. It doesn't always get us the lowest common denominator, but it's going to get us one that will work. Okay, now I've got my whole numbers and my fractions that are all ready to go. So I just need to go ahead and subtract. 3 minus 2 gives me 1, and 15 minus 4 is 11, and it's still over the same denominator of 20. I'm just going to double check my answer here to see if I can simplify. But 11 over 20, there aren't really any common factors between 11 and 20 that would allow us to do that. Okay, so our second strategy is to write our fractions, write our mixed numbers as improper fractions. And then just subtract them. This way is nice because we don't have to worry about having the mixed numbers, having the whole numbers and the fractions to work with. So first thing I need to do is I need to just write this mixed number as an improper fraction. One way to do that is to say, well, this 2 would be just like 6 over 3, and plus that 2 over 3, which would give me a total of 8 over 3. And this improper fraction here, 1 and 1/4, is like 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4, which is just like 5 over 4. And of course, we're subtracting these two. Now you'll notice again our denominators aren't the same. So let's use that same strategy we used above to make them common denominators. Multiply this fraction top and bottom by 4, and I'm going to multiply this fraction top and bottom by 3. And so what I end up with is 8 times 4 is 32 over 12. And I'm going to subtract from that. 5 times 3 is 15, again over 12. So since I got my common denominators, I just go ahead and subtract my numerators. 32 minus 15 is 17 over 12, same denominator. And it's fine to leave your answer like that, unless they specifically ask for a mixed number. So we could write that as a mixed number, which would be, that would be like 12 over 12 plus 5 over 12, which is the same thing as 1 and 5 over 12.